a lean budget, a new team, and one bad assumption. The reset led to a high-performing team. I'm Derrick Greenwood, and this is PM StoryDeck. Today, Duncan Dubé, a senior PM with decades of experience, will break down the moment a junior developer overturned his assumptions and helped create the framework he now uses to spot real problem solvers. Welcome, Duncan. Please share your experience and walk us through what happened on this project.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you, Derek. Thinking about this before the call, I was thinking back to a project I had. I was working in high-tech city with a team of developers out of Hyderabad, India. My objective in this project, it was a low-cost project, so we're looking for resources that we could keep project costs low. So my objective was to fly in, work with the team, get them introduced to the project, start working on the design, and then come back to Canada and work with them remotely. So I'd always been very particular about the team I work with. I want to make sure that I meet the team, I look them in the eye, I have a level of comfort that I know that they can deliver what I need to deliver to my customer. This team, the India-based tech lead, he was a superstar. He'd been on all our client calls. He knew the requirements inside and out. He knew the clients very well. He knew the technology very well. We'd worked together in the past, so I knew that he could deliver. But he built a team around himself of people that were new to me. So he had one additional senior to himself, kind of 4 mid-year, multi-year experienced developers, and 2 brand new developers fresh out of university, people that didn't have a lot of industry experience nor experience with the technology that we're working with. So after I did my project management, speak to the high-level objectives, kind of set the team off working on the design, a couple days after that, I was walking through the hallway and I watched one of the brand new developers kind of pick up her mouse and look at it like it was a foreign object. And at that point in time, my heart sank. I thought my odds of success in this project were pretty much over. Having a developer that didn't know what a mouse did is not a good sign for development success. So I was worried. My first reaction was, this isn't going to work. She's got to go. There's no way I want an inexperienced developer in a tight timeline, low budget project that I'm trying to knock out the door quickly. She must have looked over and seen the horror in my face. She kind of called me over and asked me a few questions, which was probably pretty smart of her. The questions she asked were about the design elements that she was assigned to work at. Her questions were surprisingly good, like really good questions, smart questions. In fact, her questions made me rethink my initial reaction of running her off the project. As part of the conversation I had with her, I learned that the school she went to in India didn't have a lot of computers. They were taught computer science the old-fashioned way, programming on algorithms on paper, and every once in a while they would get to a computer. She didn't have a lot of computer time, so a mouse was a foreign object to her. But what she could do was think through a problem in a pretty unique way, write it down on paper, and then when she got onto the computer, she was able to solve some pretty impressive things. So coming away from this, I think the bright spot of the situation was after I got back to Canada, I had daily checkpoints. Within 2 weeks, I think she was pretty clearly the smartest person in the room. Not only could she program, it just took her time to figure out the tools, but her thought process was immaculate. She could analyze a problem. She was actually better than the senior and the mid-level developers on the project. So a real big takeaway for me in this situation is I go in looking for a very particular skill set. I was a geek growing up. I played with computers from kind of the time I was 8. And I always look for a developer that's like that, like lots of experience, knows what computers are about, where they came from, and how they move forward. She really shook my historical notion of what a developer should be. She was just a really smart kid that went to university to get a university degree in computer science, didn't have a lot of hands-on experience, but she got it. Like, she really got it. Once I worked with her and she understood what the project details were all about. At the end of the day, kind of the lesson I took away from this is try not to bring in my preconceived notions of what a developer should be. People are coming into this industry from different backgrounds, bringing different perspectives. The fact that she looked at a mouse like it was alien technology scared the crap out of me. But at the end of the day, she was the smartest person in the room. So the lesson for me, the moral of the story is, I personally don't need to be so quick to judge people based on my previous experience, and that would be what I recommend to your viewers: is give people a chance. They tend to surprise you if you let them.
Brilliant. Thank you, Duncan. It's a great story. And so with that, what surprised you the most when you turned that corner and you started using it? Was it just the unfamiliarity with the mouse?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know whether to laugh or to cry. I just never seen that. You hear stories about people using like the CD holder as a coffee holder, not knowing what the technology is about, and that's kind of the image that was in my head was, okay, this girl's never seen a computer before, and I'm paying her to help me save a project that I can't get done at North American rates and in a tight timeline, I should say. So yeah, it was a mix of terror, and my gut reaction was just to run her off. Like at the end of the day, it was probably day 3 in the project, and I needed to succeed in this project, and seeing that just terrified me. So to her credit, she pulled me aside and kind of asked me some good questions, and it made me stop and think that, hey, this girl's actually pretty darn smart. She can make this work.
So how's that experience shaped your interactions since?
So I look at my current situation. I'm working with a team out of Sarnia, Ontario. When I interviewed with them, I was like, okay, Sarnia, Ontario, that can't be a hotbed of SAP technology in Canada. It's a smallish town, 3 hours out of Toronto. But in reality, this is probably the smartest team of SAP professionals I've worked with. So I just go in with some preconceived notions, and I let myself pause and just think, give these people a chance, and they've impressed me. So it happens over and over again. I just, instead of going with my gut reaction to this isn't going to work, I just pause, give people a chance, and let their work kind of dictate if they can achieve what I need out of this project. And so far, people surprise me every time.
I've seen that myself as well, so I appreciate that really resonates. And so if you could go back, Duncan, if you could talk to yourself, before that happened, what one piece of advice would you give somebody setting out leading global teams?
Yeah, it's a tough question. I think for myself, just thinking that everybody follows the same path that you follow to get into project management is probably the lesson that I've learned. That people coming in with different experiences, accountants jumping in, engineers jumping in as project managers, I can't even fathom that not having a technical background is kind of my experience. And I've seen some really good engineering project managers, some really good finance based project managers. They just bring a different perspective and different tools to the toolkit. Everyone doesn't have to have the same background that I took and kind of get the traditional computer science degree and go through the developer cycle into project management. So I'm open to seeing what different people bring to the table now, more so than I ever was when I was younger. So that's probably how it's impacted me the most.
Excellent. Well, Duncan, I really appreciate your insight. Thank you for joining us today. And yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people will take some good value out of your lessons.
Thank you, Derek. Appreciate the opportunity.
So the lesson is, give people a chance, and they just might surprise you. What did this remind you of? Drop your version below. If this helped, watch other PM stories from the trenches on PM StoryDeck. We'll see you on the next one.